Boston Celtics fans have not had a lot to celebrate so far this season, but one huge positive has been the emergence of Rob Williams, aka Lob Williams, aka the Timelord. Despite being picked up in the 2018 draft by the Boston Celtics, it has not been smooth sailing for Rob. A variety of health issues, including a hip injury, have really limited his time on the court during the first 2 years of his career, and he's only just becoming a starter after being picked 27th in that draft class, again in part because of health issues and some questions around his work ethic. But before we get into a focus, get some of his things out of the way, Rob is known for his dunks and his blocks and some more dunks and some more blocks and more dunks and more blocks. Rob is a 6'9" centre but carries a 7'4" wingspan, and it keeps him in range of getting his hand to almost anything near the rim and diverts a lot of shots away from people who don't even want to try. He's also really versatile and can switch out onto the perimeter, but those health issues we mentioned have limited Rob to only 61 games and 671 minutes in the first 2 years of his NBA career. These are numbers that most rookies bypassed in their first year, so there were some concerns that maybe his development had stalled, but luckily for Boston Celtics fans, this doesn't seem to be the case. I'm going to talk about how Rob can transform Boston's offense with his vertical threat, roll man abilities, and ability to playmate with the ball in his hands too. What doesn't get enough attention is just how decent a passer Rob Williams is. He finds Kemba through a tight gap here off a backdoor cut, gets the ball from Jeff Teague and serves in a nice little bounce pass to the rim here, and combines with Marcus Smart at the top of the perimeter and feeds him under the basket here. This little reverse pass to Jaylen Brown shows variety but also confidence in Rob's passing ability, in a Boston team that has a few scorers but not much in the way of natural playmakers. Today we're going to focus on the 2nd of April performance against the Houston Rockets, which showed the real full offensive package. So we talked about a vertical threat. Here's Rob getting fed a pretty mediocre pass that was hard to get a hold of from Kemba, still gets the bucket no problem. And here you can already see from the scouting report how aware Houston are of the threat of Rob. As he goes into the paint here, Jason Tate and Christian Wood don't want to leave him alone because they know he needs so much attention. Again, just over the top, easy as you like. And when a team needs to stop you under the basket, that means a lot of space for the scorers around you. Handoff from Rob, roll threat here, bang. Nails a 3 by Kemba. 30 seconds later, same thing, Tate and Wood drop off, Kemba with a free open look. So it's as easy as keeping him out of the paint, right? Wrong. Give him space at the top of the perimeter and he can easily find people in the far side corner like here for Tatum to knock down an open one. And this passing ability is matched with good pictures, good vision, good IQ, good instincts. When he gets his rebound here, he doesn't waste valuable seconds. He fires that forward, pushes the pace, and sets Tatum up for an early offense opportunity. Similarly here, after some great defensive work on Christian Wood, he uses all that 7'4" wingspan to tip that into Tatum's hands and get the offense going. In this instance, he even benefits off of his own good work, getting an easy basket in transition. And while tipping it clear might be bread and butter for long centers, I love this play here. Gets the rebound off a Tatum miss and immediately fires that out to Kemba for an open 3. And okay, some of these examples are one catch, one pass, one decision. Maybe it's too simple. The sign of a good playmaker is where there's lots of options and you choose the right one. So that's why this play from the Milwaukee game the week before really stuck out to me. Williams catches the rebound off a Marcus Smart 3 here. The easy pass is out to Jaylen Brown, who he's looking right at. But instead, Rob goes into traffic, forces the defense to collapse, and hits Marcus Smart. Now that is what we call creating a great shot rather than settling for a good one. And for someone who's been followed around by questions about their work ethic and attitude, hustle plays like this are going to ensure that he stays in the rotation as a starter. I really like this one as well. Goes to the floor, gets an offense going, and here worms his way around 3 Rockets players and forces that foul to be given, getting key points for his team. Looks pretty happy about that one too. And with those hustle plays comes increased engagement, increased focus. Here he is buzzing around, looking how he can best affect the offense. And he's become central in a way that nobody really has for the Celtics in a big man role since Al Horford. Although this pass doesn't come off, I love that he gets trapped and immediately looks to the weak side for something ambitious because he's not playing within himself and is looking to really impact the game. And in saying that, the turnovers are down. Here he is showing a more patient, mature, probing approach to playmaking, and when he does receive it and is falling out of bounds, bang, finds Evan Fournier, again a player who he knew towards the end of the game really needed to get going, and as we'll see, that became his primary focus. Here he goes and shows for Fournier and offers a couple of little screens, and this is actually a part of his game. I think if he improves, we've got a real player on our hands. 1-2 dribble, drives to the basket for his own opportunity, which should open up a few more opportunities for him to pass if defenses are concerned at having to backpedal. This pass again, Rockets think it's going one way, bam, goes the other way. What did we say about playmakers making the right call amongst loads of options? There's a great example. Finally, the way that Rob can really unlock both his and Boston's offensive potential is by seeing how far out he can become a threat to the basket. He gets this little pass off smart and is short on the jumper near the perimeter. Okay, but he's shown in previous games like here against the Utah Jazz that this is in his locker and it's a jumper that he's flashed hitting on some sort of consistency this season. And so for all of the talk about the Celtics need to find a third star to get the best out of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, maybe Rob Williams is closer to that guy than people think. This is a player who's shown some playoff potential, is on the same timeline developmentally as Boston's two young stars, is effective at both ends of the court, and most importantly for two scorers, can create space for others and create shots with his passing. But I guess the only guy who knows if he's really going to complete that big three is Timelord himself, because he's already gone into the future and seen it.